Good evening, everyone, for joining us today. AI is no longer about experimentation. It's about execution, speed, and real business outcomes. For our fifth Techie Tuesdays session, we are excited to host Richa Hansraj, a leader who blends enterprise scale operations, creative strategy, and automation. Richa brings a rare blend of enterprise scale operations, creative strategy, and automation expertise. With experience across global brands like Google, Samsung, and Snapdeal, she has delivered $2 billion plus revenue impact and led 33,000 plus creative campaigns for brands, including Unilever, Procter& Gamble, Coca-Cola, and Nestle. Recognized with gold and silver awards for process automation, Richa specializes in fixing operational bottlenecks, scaling process driven teams from scratch, and embedding AI powered workflows into daily operations. Today's session is a hands on session focused on moving beyond AI experimentation to real execution. Richa will introduce us to Cloud Code and demonstrate some practical hacks. So, we are really grateful to you, Richa, for accepting our invite to be a guest speaker today. And over to you.
Thank you, Varundeep. Thanks a ton. So Varundeep has already given my introduction, so I'll be very brief. Yes, I do have 18 plus years of experience, and I've worked in operation strategy, workflow, automation, and creative domain. Right now, I'm running my own entrepreneurship in the name of Owlies. I'm a digital transformation and creative solutions consultant. Today, I help MSME. They move from manual paper-based operations to automated workflows, which reduce their manual effort, improve turnaround time, and they scale without any chaos or without any friction. So my mission is to make transformation simple, practical, and affordable for MSME. So, welcome everyone. In today's session, you will exactly see how Claude Code works. It lives in your computer, it works with real files, and you do not need any coding language. All you need to do is just type in plain, simple English language. That's about it. So in today's overview, I will introduce to you to Claude Code, understand what it is, how to install code, the live demo. I will show you live demo. If we have more time, maybe I will also take you through one of the use cases and another quick wins, which you can do in under 5 minutes. So what do you take home today? After the workshop, you will be able to take home the installation guide, how to install Claude Code on your system, the command reference, troubleshooting, best practices, use cases, and beginners. Just 1 second. All right. So now let's understand that why Claude Code matters, right? Because it helps in accelerate business velocity with low code automation. We all know that earlier businesses and functions, it would take time to generate reports, to analyze reports, and it would actually involve overhead. IT, developer, project would get delayed, the decisions would take longer time to be materialized, and sometimes it will also lead to inaccurate decisions because of human error. So now what the automation and Claude Code has actually done, we are able to build dashboards and do reporting, not in weeks, but in hours. And you will see today right here, just in minutes. Then it has also reduced manual inconsistency. Why? Because we have standardized output and the decision accuracy is 100%. Then what we see is that because it's a self-service automation, so there is ticket, so there is bypass, so we bypass the ticket backlog. And we also see that because we are able to do it on speed, on time, with accuracy, we are able to reclaim our IT capacity and invest that time. So let's understand what is Claude Code. It is an AI-powered coding assistant created by Anthropic. Unlike regular Claude, it is not a chatbot, or it is not what you see in LLM that you type LLM in Cloud AI. It's not that. It's an AI assistant. What it can actually do things in your computer, it can perform the task. So if you are able to see the image here, you give a prompt, it gathers the context, take action, and verify results. But once it verifies results, and if you say, okay, this is not what I want, it will go back gather the context again, and run the entire cycle again, which is called the agentic loop. During that time, you can interrupt, or you can also give more commands, add more context, and then it generates the output. So it's very simple. You describe the requirement one, it generates the code and logic, and you get a working output instantly. Some of the things that it can do: modify files, write code, analyze data, build dashboards and visualization, automate repetitive tasks. So in today, what we will see is automated audit dashboard, which we will create just by a prompt. Then we will convert raw data sets into leadership dashboard from Excel. And if we have time, then we will also see from PDF to Excel automation, extract structured data from unstructured documents. The other use cases where Claude Code is very effective is automating report generation, financial status, KPI, document summarization, data analysis and forecasting, revenue, churn trends. We'll be able to see that today. File and folder automation, data cleaning, email and communication drafting. So now let's come to our installation. Before we get into the installation of Claude Code, I would like to say that these are the things that you would require in operating system 10 or 11, or it can also be done on Mac. For that, obviously, you require Mac OS, access level and administrator, internet connection, and Claude Pro subscription, which equals to, I think, 1650 rupees per month. It is not available on free subscription tier. Now, before we move into the installation, there are a few things I want you to I want you to understand which are the tools. So there are 3 tools which is required to be able to work with Claude Code. One is the command line. What is command line? It is basically a text-based way to talk to your computer. So we cannot click any icons. So so these are the commands, right? Slash, dots, CTRL. So these are the commands that you type. What is PowerShell? Now, PowerShell is a terminal. It is also called as terminal. It stays within our system. That is where you type the command to interact with Claude Code. What is Git Bash? Git Bash is also a terminal, and think of it like a translator. So it translates between Claude AI with the PowerShell on your system. So we need these 3 tools. Before we get into the installation, just very quick reference, these are the commands that you will be using to install PowerShell 7. Then you will use Winjet install for Git, which I just showed you. Then Winjet install Anthropic Claude Code. We need to verify. How do we verify? That what versions that they are using. Claude Code, what version is installed, Git version, and then PowerShell version. You will also see 2 most common commands right now. Please understand this is CD and make directory. CD, make directory, when the no folder or the directory isn't present. So you tell Claude Code that you make this directory. And then you also tell the Claude Code to work in this directory. Now, for the installation, I'll not be able to show you live demo. The reason behind why? Because it is already installed on my system. So I will just quickly take you through the installation steps, and then we will get into the actual demo part of it. So what you do is step 1, as I said, PowerShell, you press the window keys. In the window keys, you look for PowerShell. And you will be able to see window PowerShell. You open and you will see something like this. That please see, I am in C drive, your name. You know what, whosoever user is and in your name. What you do is you install PowerShell. You remember the command that I showed you, Winjet install Microsoft. Once it is installed, you see that it has to be PowerShell 7. That is the latest version. It will not work on the older version. In your system right now, it is the older version. The critical step, whenever you're installing, you need to close it. And then again, you need to open that application and then search for PowerShell 7. Just 1 second. After that, you install the Git Bash. Remember, I told you that Git Bash is a translator between Claude and PowerShell. So you need to do Winjet install Git. Once that is done, you verify You give this command git version. Once you give that command, you will be able to see git version 2.47, right? After this, now the final step comes when you are saying, okay, now we need to install Claude Code. Then that is Winjet install Anthropic. You also verify whether the Claude Code is installed and what version is installed. So these are the commands that you need to paste. Now, after that, see what has happened, right? We have installed PowerShell. Please understand, we have also installed Git Bash. Now we have also installed Claude. Now we have to make a dedicated workplace for a Claude to function, right? So I'll give you a very simple example. You call a consultant to your office and you want the consultant to work, but there is no room. So you need to allot the room, right? So that is what make directory means. So you have made a place for the Claude work to happen. Now you have given the room to other consultant, and the consultant, but you don't, but you did not guide the consultant to go into the room. So the consultant will just be there. So what you do is you guide to the room. So even if you have made the directory, you have to change the directory. You have to go in that particular folder for Claude Code to work. And please remember, Claude will not work on its own. It will always ask you for permission. Then you start Claude Code. You just mentioned Claude, and we are still in the PowerShell, because in PowerShell we are defining that on what folder the Claude needs to work. After, when you define when the Claude Code is there, then there will be an authentication screen. In that authentication screen, you will get this option of dark mode, light mode. You can select that. Then it will take you to the login method. So basically there are two login methods. One is the Claude account with subscription, and one is the Anthropic. Most people, they go with Pro. Only if people who are at the second or third level, or the developers, they use API usage, and that is much more cost effective. Maybe another session, if we are taking, then maybe I'll be able to explain that further. Okay, now browser authentication. Now what they are asking is that you authenticate your credentials. So in the browser, you'll be able to see the URL code in the PowerShell itself. This code, you have to go to your browser, paste the code in the browser. You will receive one code. The code is something that you need to paste here, right? And then you will just get one-time security warning that it can make mistakes, should always review Claude responses, especially when running code. This is one of the best practices also. Whenever it's running, just don't blindly say yes or no. Just see what permission it is asking for. After that, it asks now, so see, earlier we were in PowerShell. PowerShell has given the folder, the dedicated folder. Now, what is Claude asking here? Claude is saying that this is the folder I have. Do you trust this folder? Should I work in this folder? You say yes or no. So you say yes, proceed. And voila, we are in the welcome screen. Success. You'll be able to see Office 4.5. How do I log in? And that's it. So a very quick checklist so that you just remember: pre-installation requirement, install PowerShell, install Git, install Claude Code, create project folder, start, theme selection, login, and then folder trust, and that's it. So now we will get into the demo. Before that, do you have any questions?
Yeah, team, if you have any questions, you may ask people. Raghavendra was asking for the commands if we can follow alongside for installation. But I think if you don't have it handy, maybe we can share it a little later. Apart
So
from
I
that,
have the, okay.
yeah, please carry on.
See, I have the commands here. Okay, these are the interface symbol. You will see it right now. When you see this arrow, these are the interface symbol. You asked for commands, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, just one second. Uh,
Yeah, maybe we can share a
Yeah.
PDF little
So
later.
yeah, we can share it, but I just want to say that these are the Claude Code commands. You would just type slash and help quit, and when I'm doing the demo, I'll be able to show it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after the session, we will share a PDF with you or with all the installation steps. I think we will now follow Richa, what she is doing, and obviously the recording is also available for you, right? Yeah.
All right. So okay, now are you able to see my screen? I hope so.
Yeah.
First, I would like to show you two folders. Okay. This is my D drive. In D drive, I have two folders, temp and workshop. We will be working in this folder, workshop today. Okay. I have dashboard look, I have images, and I have sample files. What are the sample files? These are those files which I'll be using in my prompt, which Claude Code will be using it to generate automation reports, whatever the demo that we are doing. Now here comes the part. Now we go here. I will type, oh, PowerShell is already here because I've been working on it. So if you see, okay, it's very important. You can you see this old version of PowerShell? It's light blue and there's no
Yeah.
7 written here.
Right.
But I downloaded the new version. So I have the PowerShell new version here. Able to see? Okay, very simple. So now what I'll do, I will enter Claude. Wait, it's asking. Do you trust the files in this folder? C users Richa. Say yes or no. Now I will say no. You know why? You should never allow Claude Code to work in your, first of all, in your operating system or the system where the directories are there. The very reason that because it is able to edit your files, it is able to change the directories, and by mistake you don't want that to happen. So please always create a dedicated workspace whenever you're working. Okay, now let's look at one thing. Now this is a command that I'll be using since I've been working on, so it's already there's already a command which is already registered, so it's showing me. So what am I doing? I'm saying that make a directory. So it says Claude Code. Now let's see. Now, if you see this, it says last write length, which means the Claude Code has been created. Do you want to see whether it's created or not? Let's go to the folder. See, can you see? Right? I'm not able to see the response, so I'll just take it
Yes.
as
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It is
All
there.
right. Great. Isn't this great? Now, what did I tell you? That it is in the directory. Now, say for an example, even if I still say, okay,
Richa, I
let's
think
say,
Krishna has a question. I'm allowing him. Yeah, Krishna, maybe you
yeah,
can unmute and ask the question. Krishna? Okay. Maybe we can proceed if he's not there. Yeah, please.
okay. So now we already have a directory, but if you see this, right, it is still, the path is still there. Why? I gave you that example, right? That we have called the consultant, we have the room, but we have not directed the consultant to go inside the room. So we have to direct the consultant. So we have to change the directory. So now we are saying, now you go and work in this directory that we have created, Claude Code. Now, if you can see, it says, please see, I am in the same directory. It is. Now, and please understand, these are the commands we are still giving in PowerShell. We are not in Claude Code as yet. We are establishing where we need to work. Then I'm calling Claude again. I'm all set and I'm saying, okay, Claude, please come. Let's wait. Can you see? All right.
Yeah.
So now, yeah. So if you see on the top left, you see this Claude Code, right? Now the Claude Code is there. What you see here is, what you can see is that this is a model that I'm using, Opus 4.5. And what you can see here is that I am in this directory, D workshop Claude Code. Now the commands that you were asking for, you just type on, or you just type slash, and you can see all the commands, right? This is the commands that you can see. You can also check what model it is. So let me say what model, okay? Now, so there are three models, but I still want to work with Opus. I don't want to work with Sonnet. Okay, right? Very important thing, I want to see what my usage is. What is the usage? That what is the limit that I have? So for an example, you have 100 GB data, how much data you have used and how much is left. So that's my usage. Okay, so it's current session, there's 0%. This week I have worked on it, so entire 100%, but I still have, I have only used 22% of my data till now. Okay, now let's look at a demo. Is everybody ready for the demo? Okay. What I have done is, just in the interest of time, I have already copied few prompts, and that is what I would be using today. One second. Okay. Before that, I would like to show you a sample file. We'll work on sales. I have a sample file called sales. We have all the sales data on this, and that we would be converting into a dashboard. So I would like to show you where the Excel file, this is the sales sample. Sorry. Are you able to see? It has product, region,
Yeah.
amount, quantity, customer type, and the rep name.
Yeah. That is.
Okay. So now what is the prompt says? The prompt says I have a file called sales sample. Now I'm going to paste my prompt here. One very important thing. Just don't say, just copy this file. Always say that which file. There may be two sample files, right? It may just work on any other file, but we very accurate tell which folder and which file. And please pay attention, there is one error that would be coming here, and that is the deliberate, so that you understand. Let me just say enter. So when you see this, it's deciphering, it's working, it's thinking, it's still thinking.
Maybe Richa,
So
we
it'll
can
take some time.
also, yeah, maybe we
Hmm.
in interim we can tell like what a dashboard we will be creating or what will it have.
All right. So, oh yeah. So the prompt that I have pasted. So basically, we are creating an interactive HTML dashboard. So what I have said is, in the dashboard, we should be able to see the total revenue card. We should be able to see the monthly sales. We should be able to see the 5 products. It should have a pie chart. It should have, and there should be a filterable data. So if you want to filter by, say, about product, region, or a rep, that is what we are able to see. Okay, now see here, what is it asking? It's asking that, do you want to proceed? It's using a bash command. Okay, I say okay. I can also say yes. That do not ask me again every time, because I'm sure about the command that Claude is doing and the directory that Claude is working with. Now see this. I told you there will be an error, right? It says 0 files found. Exit code. There are no files. But I did show you the sample files are still there in the workshop folder. Why it is not there, anyone? Would anyone like to tell me why it is not there?
You can type in responses in chat.
Very simple. See what we did. We had created this project, this folder, Claude Code. So Claude Code is working in that folder. There are no files in this folder. So, but because it has access to my directory, because we are working in workshop directory, it will go and look for it. So it's now, if you can see, it's executing Python. I don't understand Python, but but when I read, I say, okay, import. I can understand that transformation workshop Claude Code. It is still looking, and it is looking into the sample files. So you can see it's still okay. It's still working. There's still error, but don't worry about it. It will just come around. It will solve that error and it will be able to find that file. So the very first example I wanted to do with this error, so that you understand that even when you're creating a directory, there has to be some files in it. You can actually ask Claude Code that there aren't files here. Why don't you get files from this folder? Say that I had a folder called sample files. Why don't you get the sample files folder files into this particular directory? Claude Code would have done that also. Now you can see it has already found the file. It is creating an HTML dashboard structure. That is what it's doing right now. So let's wait, I think, and see this command. What is this command? It's written here, control plus C to interrupt. So when it is performing and you think that maybe you wanted to add more context or you wanted to do something else, you can actually press control C to interrupt and add more context at the same time. In the meantime, while it's creating a dashboard, let me tell you what the tokens that Claude Code is talking about. So what are tokens? Anyone? So, okay, so the tokens are units of text. So roughly they are up to like 4 characters. Their unit of text, again, roughly 4 characters. And 4 characters is equal to 1 token. So every message that you sent and every response Claude Code generates consumes those amount of tokens. So the longer the conversations, obviously, the more tokens it would be required. So please understand that tokens are used when you send a message. Claude reads the file, it delivers you the output, and when you execute the command. So the larger the file, the longer the conversation, the more tokens will get consumed. So I would suggest that if you can be very precise, in your prompting, and one hack, because there is a rate limit, right? So for an example, you're just trying to figure out what needs to be done, and there's back and forth with Claude Code and you to understand what you need to do. One hack, you can just do it. You can actually go, and if you want to save your tokens and rate limit and not work in Claude AI, you can actually use a chat GPT, say that these are my files, this is the output that I want, give me a perfect prompt. Okay, so I have pressed yes. Varundeep, I hope everybody's following. If I can see, because I'm not able to see my screen, just put
Yeah,
in yes. uh, you
right.
know
Right. So if there are any questions, you can put it. Otherwise, if you're following, please type in yes. Yeah. So we have got a lot of yeses.
oh wow, see, can you see? It has just made, but you're wondering, okay, Richa, we can only see the text. Where is it? Okay, let me just go back. Done. I have created an executive grade sales dashboard at sales that. Okay, now I need to figure out where is it. Okay, now let me go to my workshop folder. It's not here. It is in sample files. Why? Let me not. Why? Let me ask. Open in any browser. Because I'm not able to locate my file, so I'm just asking, where is it? In the meantime, let me just see where it is. Okay, it says D workshop Claude Code sales dashboard. I don't see it. Let me just refresh. Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
Let me open this. Can you see this? It has created. But what it did not do is, and which I can just prompt later, that the filters, it is not interactive, right? So, but you can see there are no regions that is marked here. Just 1 second. Since we are working, their total transactions, sales by region. Now let me go to my terminal. Let me say that add filters, show region, products. And it can be very plain, simple English. So if you can see, I will add a global filter bar at the top that filters the entire dashboard, KPIs, charts, and table. It's taking time. Okay, it's updating the sales dashboard. You can see it's updating the sales dashboard. And it's just showing that what all steps it has performed. It's still adding it. It has added 22 lines. Now it's updating the JavaScript to make the global filters. It had missed the filters earlier. So you can always scroll down. You can always read what Claude is performing. It is written global selection. It is doing it for region. It is doing it for global product. It's updating everything. It has added. It is still working on it. Is everyone with me? Any questions in the meantime?
I think Raghavendra has asked, can we publish this dashboard and share it with others?
Yes, you can actually take it's an HTML file, right? So you can take the HTML file, you can just send it to anyone, they can open it on their browser. So what I will in the meantime, I would also like to show you one thing. Exactly when I was performing this, okay, see this. Can you see this? Just in the interest of time,
yeah,
we can see all region, Asia Pacific, Europe. So let's say Middle East. Let's select this. Let's say, let me just keep all products, or if let's say training package, all reps, customer time, none. But let's say cloud hosting. So total orders in Middle East is 3, units sold 22, right? And you can see the monthly revenue trend. You can see the top 5 products by revenue, cloud hosting, sales by region. But we are only talking about cloud hosting. So let's say all regions. We can see the total revenue here, total orders, and see this. So tell me, so did you like this demo? Yes? No?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody is typing in yes, yes. And there is sequence of yeses. Okay,
All
great.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Great, great, great.
yeah. So, team, if you have any questions, while we will share they are asking for prompts, I think, and for this thing. One question to you, Richa, from my side. So, since it is an HTML file, and I am assuming that it has embedded the data into the HTML file itself. That is the reason
Yes.
we are able to. So, whatever
Yes.
is happening, it is not going to cloud. It is happening on to your system only. So in terms of
Yes.
the leakage of data, otherwise is not there, and it is there within your organization or within your system only, wherever you are dealing with it, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So there is no leakage of data because it will not access any other folder or files,
Mhm.
right? And also, please remember that tools like Claude, it is built on enterprise grade platform, right? So which offers businesses and enterprises enterprise deployment, which have defined security, privacy, and governance control. So in terms of governance, so companies, they can define, you can use it, and for what use cases it can be, and it can also log the activity. So it is pretty much safe. We just need to keep in terms of what are the risks. The only risk that is involved is that, if you're just putting, as I said, if you're giving access to the operating system or the directory, then that is a risk. But in terms of privacy, it says it is on the enterprise to how the governance needs to be, through governance, how the leakage of data needs to be controlled, and what are the guardrails that needs to be applied. All right.
Yeah, so there are few more questions. I'll read it out. Raghavendra asked, if I update the data in the Excel sheet, will the dashboard get updated?
No, so it will not get updated. You just have to give one more command. That's all. You have to just say that here is my Excel with updated data. Please update the dashboard. That's all.
Mhm.
That's
And
all it will do.
okay. And are there any restrictions in terms of what is the data source size, or it can take, like Excel can take say 1 million lines of code or lines of data, so it is pretty okay with it.
No, I didn't understand the question. Could you just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tell
So
me? Yeah.
yeah, so in
Hmm.
Excel we have a line limit of where we can have one
Yes,
million records in Excel, one Excel sheet. So it
you're right.
does it have any limitations in terms of how many lines it can process, or it can take up any volume, any size of the Excel sheet or any source data?
Okay. So first of all, obviously there's no restriction, but you need to understand like very few concept, two concept. One is that I spoke about the tokens, right? And the other is the rate limit. Now, what is a rate limit? Now, rate limit is a cap that how many requests you can make within a particular time period. So if you hit that limit, so every plan has a rate limit. Like Pro plan has a rate limit, and Max has a rate limit. So if you hit that rate limit, then it may not, it may not. So it will stop the work. But again, the limit can be reset. It can reset after 2 hours or 3 hours, and it'll pick up the work from there. But the amount that you're stating can definitely happen in the rate limit. But the only thing is, you have to, if you do another project, you have to start in a new window. That is where the token comes in, right? So I spoke about that, that there are 4 characters is equal to 1 token. So the larger the conversations, and the larger the conversation, and even the processing, so the Claude code will be processing all that amount of data and pushing you the output. So if has consumed that much amount of token, it'll be able to do it, but for the next job you have to again restart again.
Right.
Understood? Am I clear?
Yeah. So Sandeep, you had put in across this question. Is it okay? Response okay? Do you? Yeah, so Sandeep is
Okay.
okay. So there are a few more questions. So Amit is asking, how is Claude installation link or bind to the paid subscription?
So the Claude Code you can only use Claude Code only with the paid subscription, which is Pro or Max. But since you don't need Max right now, honestly, you know, only need a Pro subscription, which is like 16.50. So yeah, that's about it.
Mhm.
And I also suggest, if we have more questions, should we keep it for later, because I would also like to show one more
Yeah, yeah, please,
automation, if
please.
that's okay.
Yeah. We
Okay.
have one question from Dr. Vipin. Dr. Vipin,
Hmm.
if you can please elaborate more about your question, and meanwhile, Richa is taking us further.
So just before that, I am just closing this window. I want to start my work in a new window, because I don't want now, because now I'll be creating an automated digital transformation tool. I don't want Claude to get overwhelmed. Remember, I was speaking about token. So I just don't want to go on, and I don't want it to stop. So what I'll do is, I can also say exit. That's it. Bye. All right. Okay. Now I will just go here again. Okay. Please, you can see these steps again. I will say no, yes. Okay. Then again, I will say CD, work in this directory. But let me not say work in this directory. Why? Because otherwise, now I will say work in the workshop folder itself. Okay. So now I hope this is clear. I changed the directory. Now it says, please see, I am in that directory. Okay. Now Claude. Now again it'll open. Okay. Do you trust this folder? I will say yes. Welcome back. All right. Okay. Now let's create a digital transformation to audit tool. Now, what is this tool? I will ask Claude Code to again create an HTML digital transformation audit tool, where I just have to fill my company name, which is the input form, the industry that I am in, annual revenue, and all of this current, not the number of employees, and the current tech usage. Based on my input form, all of this will be automated. My digital maturity score, current state analysis, 5 specific pain points. So let me just copy this prompt. It's a large prompt. I think it will just compact the line. It is 18 line, so that's okay. So what I've copy pasted, it was like way too many lines. It just made it compact, and that is why it said 18 lines, but it got the entire message. So it will take some time. So you can ask me questions in the meantime.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone has any question, Dr. Vipin, uh, he has mentioned, and about tickets, I'm not sure about the complete question and the context about his question. So, in meanwhile, Dr. Vipin, if you can type in your complete question, please, or you can unmute yourself and ask. In meanwhile, if anybody else has any question related to installation, or uh, the prompts that we have used so far, or the dashboard that we have created, anything apart from that.
If there if there are no questions, what I can do
Yeah,
is, I can
yeah,
actually
yeah.
we have.
Yeah. So, Dr. Vipin, can you elaborate ticket size in Claude? Ticket size, as in what? Dr. Vipin, I think I will unmute you, and if you can please ask the question, that will be better.
Hi, good
Yeah,
evening, ma'am.
yeah, good evening. Yeah.
Good evening.
Actually, just to elaborate about token size, right? 4 letters and for one token. So if things are big, like big matters are there, we have to install in cloud structure. So definitely it will be good for ticket size, not specifically. I just like that. So if we are going to advanced system, it will be a ticket size. So can if you have any precise size letters वगैरह जो कि we can say that this is it will be a ticket size after token size, मतलब 4 लेटर के बाद में टोकन, तो उसके बाद में टिकट अगर बनता है तो वो कितने साइज का बनेगा लेटर का, मतलब साइज ऑफ टिकट.
See, I am honestly, I'm not able to understand your question very clearly. There's no ticket
Right.
size. What we talk about is the tokens, and don't worry, we have like say about a lot of tokens are there. As I said that in every plan, in pro plan, and because it is based on the limit, right? So, for an example, if there is an 100 GB data, and I
Right.
have only used say about 50% or 50 GB data, and my 50% is remaining,
Right.
so we still have that rate limit. Now, within that rate limit, what are the tokens? So the tokens is there are four characters. Say my name, RICH. So these are the four letters. It becomes as one token, right? So
Right.
that one token. So for every message that I am sending, after four words, it count as one token. What maybe you're asking is
I'm
that how many tokens are
I'm
there is.
asking I'm asking for big structures like cloud is limited structures. We don't have enough memories. We have to explore about that. If we are going to ticket size, like more 6 words or 8 words or 10 words, one sentence is like that. Is this possible in
Yeah,
ticket
so what
size?
you can do is you can fork the conversation, so what the forking means, if the conversation is getting too long, if the tokens are getting too long, what happens with the with AI assistant, and you would also be seeing with say chat gpt, after a point in time they start losing their mind, and they'll not remember, right? So
Right.
that happens here also. That happens with any AI platform, whether it's Bolt, whether it's Lovable, whether it's Emergent. So the more you're interacting, and if the conversation gets too long,
Right.
where I said the tokens, you can work in
Okay.
as many tokens. Tokens is not a problem. You can work, but what happens is that there will come a point, and it is not stated. They will tell you there come a point where they say, okay, you need to fork the conversation. Maybe have the window.
Right.
Forking the conversation means that you can take the context, right? You
Right.
can take, okay, this is the context, this is the project all about. Say the last conversation, say maybe I'm making a dashboard, and the dashboard, in the last dashboard I have said, okay, I want to put this filter a download button.
Mm-hmm.
Now the AI says that I'm that you it's better you fork the conversation because of the token limit. Nothing. I've where I have given the prompt that, okay, put the download button, it will open up a new context window. New window, it's a context window. So
Okay.
there I can start working. That is not a problem at all.
Right. 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 I can understand. I understand. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you, thank you.
And Kulwant asks Richa, can I create Power BI dashboard using Claude?
Power.
Power BI, like the tool
Yes,
visualization.
yes, yes. Yeah. You can actually do anything. You wouldn't even need a BI. You can actually create from here. Okay, you can do that. Yes. Okay, it has already created the tool. So let's see what tool it has created. Let me just go back to my folder. Okay. Okay. Now it said that I have. Can you see this? Can you see this HTML file?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
All right. See this? Can you see this? I'm so excited. All right. So it has my Owlies digital transformation, because I did say that have the branding of Owlies. But anyway, that is not my branding. It says SME, MSME audit tool. Now let me just type my company name, Owlies. Let me just say, okay, I'm in say about retail. Let me say the number of employees, just say 5. Revenue is say how much? say this much, just as an example. I say, okay, I have a website. I don't have a no, I don't have a CRM. I will have a e-commerce, and I don't have digital payment, which is actually extremely important, but let's see. And then I say generate audit report. Can you just see this? And I can also print my report. Can you see this? It has just generated. It says my digital maturity is only 61%. My tech adoption is at 50. My data analytics is at 25. Why? Anybody? Because I just have website and digital payments. That's it. There's no cloud storage. See this? Front state analysis, retail. What is the company size? 5. Annual revenue. Tech adoption is moderate. Current tools is mentioned. Digital readiness is this much. It has also identified my pain points, fragmented customer data, CRM, omni-channel gaps, manual inventory counts, limited analytics. And this is actually, when you do the audit, you will understand these are actually the pain points or the gaps. And what are the solution? Unified commerce platform. And it has also calculated the ROI, deploy CDP, business intelligence, RFID. And what I can also do is I can print the report. See this? Yeah? Isn't it amazing? Now, do you want me to add anything else in this? Do you want me to make any changes? Anyone? If you'll not tell me, then I'll do it on my own. So tell me if you want any changes in the file. The look or anything. Okay, let's say the outlines is there. Maybe I want to add my logo here. Okay. Should I go ahead with this change? Are you okay? Now, let me first see where is my, I'm going to this folder, workshop, in images. There's my logo. All right. Because I have to check and I have to prompt. Now, this is one of the best practice. Please remember, as I also mentioned this previously, I generally cannot say, okay, just, put my logo. Though there is only one logo which is present, but it'll ask you a question where it is. It may not also ask you, and but it'll take much longer. So it is always better to specify. Add my Owlies logo on the top left side. Not the, no, what I will say is not add, I will say replace current Owlies logo. Okay, don't worry if there's no space and all, it'll just be able to read. Replace current logo on top left side with my logo. It is in image folder named Owl Eyes logo. Okay, let's see. It's working with HTML and CSS file and the front end. So it's happening. So tell me, did you like this? Did you like this demo? Varundi, what's the response?
Yeah. So
you can actually,
yes.
we can actually also say, we can actually add that filter of add PDF report. We can also do that.
Right. I think
Done. I have replaced the SVG icon.
Yeah.
Sorry,
To
go ahead.
Yeah. I'm saying people might now be curious to try it on their own.
Yeah. Great. So I just need to refresh this. That's all. See this? It has placed my logo right there. Isn't this amazing?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Great. So, Varun, then how much time do we have? I can also take, another automation, or I can also go through some, few other use cases, which is basically quick wins. So tell
Maybe
me,
we have 5 to 8 minutes. We can do that. Yeah.
okay. Okay. So I'll just continue. Let me see that how much usage I have in this window. Then I can just continue to work in this window itself. I don't know why it's saying current extra usage. Okay. Okay, now what do you want me to build now? Let's decide together.
Mhm.
Now we have customer churn analysis, right? Which happens that I have a sample file where we have subscription and we need to see that what is the churn rate, calculate what is the monthly churn rate, what are the common characteristics, find which customer segments have highest churn. Or we can actually do this also, budget versus actual analysis. Is everybody interested to do this budget versus budget and actual spending analysis?
Yeah, audience, please quickly tell, because we are, yeah, yeah, we
If you
can
don't
go.
tell me, I will just
Yeah. They're okay. We can go ahead with that. And one
okay.
of the question is that can we build mobile app using Claude Code as well?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, if you go back, if I had opened the window, if you have observed, the Claude Code actually asks you. And wait, when I'm typing this, I will just explain you one. I have two files, actual spending. See, budget and actual spending files. I will just show you the files very quickly. Uh, this is the raw file, the sample files. It's opening 1 second. All right. So this is the budget file, the sample file that we have right now. Let me just go to this section again. So what we are saying that we have budget and actual spending file, compare them and show me where we are over budget, where we are under budget, biggest variance explain, year-end forecast, cost saving opportunities, create a variance report with charts, uh, create a variance doc report with charts. All right, let's do this. This is just I'm just cross checking. We have a budget and we also have actual spending file here. So these are the two files which Claude will pick up. Now while we are at this, a very interesting one. What is the error? I'm also reading sample files, error reading files. Anyway, it'll solve it. Okay. So it's saying that I need Python to read the Excel file. So that's fine. It's solving on its own. Uh, So it asks two yes. One is yes, and one is yes, and it says don't ask me for rest of the commands. So I generally say don't ask me for the rest of the commands because it is actually using Python. So every time it will use Python, every time it will ask me. So I might as well say that okay, do not ask me. Just say once for all. Now, very quickly, while this is happening, I just want to show you what do you think about this today's dashboard?
Nice.
Any
And
answers?
yeah, very nice. I really liked it.
Hmm. And others, thank you, Varun Dev. What about others? You can,
Others are saying, Gurdeep is saying excellent.
okay. So thank you. How did I create this? It's all code. And how much time did it take? Just an hour. And why do just an hour? Because I just wanted to collect all my files, put it in the folder. I collected my logo, then I just collected all the documents that I have. I put it in the folder, and I didn't even, honestly, I didn't even say what the design should look like. I just said that, okay, just create a dashboard. When it created a dashboard, I don't have that previous HTML. It had given me some dark colors. What I did was I have my website. I took the screenshots of my website, and it is has the same white space. And I said that just follow the look and feel of the website. It has actually followed the look and feel of my website. I mentioned that use my logo colors. I didn't even say what colors, like red, which palette of red or yellow. It picked it up. It picked it up from my logo, from my screenshots, and those are the colors it has used. Isn't this amazing? Okay, now it's creating a variance report with charts. Any questions you have in the meantime?
Yeah, I think you have been explaining all the things which might come, and that's why
Okay.
people are already very clear on that. Yeah.
All right. So just put your thumbs up if I can, if we can see.
Yeah. Maybe you
So
can,
tell me.
yeah, eager, Poonam is eager to try the tool. Ninesh is saying thumbs up, and
Oh wow.
yeah,
Oh,
so lot
so
of thumbs up
5x.
coming. Mhm.
Great. Great, great, great. So is it 5x, 10x, 50x? No, 50x. All right. Any other questions? Let me just see if I have something else to tell you. Why don't we just go over the best practices? It'll take hardly like 2-3 minutes. Is it okay, Varundeep? Very quickly, I'll just
Yeah,
take
yeah,
them
yeah,
through.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So see this best practices. I have already explained dedicated project folders, descriptive names, name your files very clearly, keep your data organized. Do not mix multiple projects in one folder. It gets very confusing. You saw, right? Because I have the sample files and I'm just looking, okay, where is the file that it has created? And what happens is it may pick up file from some other project. So don't do that. Okay. So tips for writing good prompts. This is very essential. Be specific about what you want. Just don't say, did you see the way I created my prompt, that use my logo? But use your logo where? Replace your logo where? You will you will see that he has put the logo right in the center. So that is not that you want, but be very specific. Then mention the file names. You have seen that I've been mentioning the file name, the format that you saw. Right now in my prompt, I had just written report, but I did not write doc report. After that, I mentioned doc report. Why? Otherwise, a Word document. Otherwise, it would have just created the report on the shell itself, right? So give example of what good looks like. Break complex task into steps. Now in this demo, because of lack of time, I have given very big prompts, right? But what you can do is you can build one feature. Like for this dashboard that you're looking at, I have actually given one command at a time. And then later, when all of this was created, then I went into each and every section of what needs to be changed. So be very specific. Don't be vague. Don't think that it knows your business. You need to give context the way you do with chat gpt. And yeah, and please don't give up after first try. To give you an just to let you know from my from my personal, I was never fond of automations and dashboard. I was not a tech person, but today here I am giving this webinar, and I have not only automated this workflow, I have automated too many. So please experiment, because this is very, very simple. Now understand, let me just see if it has generated. Okay, HTML in a browser to view the, okay, it has created an HTML file, is it? Okay, D workshop. Hmm. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Ta-da! Can you see this?
Yeah, it has got.
Q1, total budget, total actual variance. Can you see this?
Yeah, yeah. I think,
Categories over budget.
yeah, since
Yeah.
the data is residing with the person and the system itself, I think our fellow members can actually create and present it during their presentations without without running behind people in their teams, and the teams can focus on something else because it is just one command and this is ready.
Yes, absolutely. And just right on point. I mean, now there's no point sitting for 1 week. Somebody's asking for data. You just say, all right, just give me what? How much time did we take to build this? Tell me. Let me
Yeah,
just quickly see. Just
yeah,
3 minutes.
Mhm.
Just 3 minutes. It is like 1 week of work we have done in 3 minutes.
Mhm.
Imagine. So, what did we ask? What are the categories under budget? These are the categories under budget. You know, these are the departments over budget. The status is critical. It's over. It is on target. You know, budget, and it has all the charts. It has variance. See this? Can you see this? HR,
Mhm.
engineering, quarterly spending trends. It is, and see all the biggest variances explained:
Mhm.
sales, product, training, finance, and then year end forecast based on current trends. And everything is from your report. It analyzed also. And then it is also showing cost saving opportunities, optimize sales, product team contractor review, potential savings, training program, legal cost. So total potential annual saving is this much, and recommended action items. This is the exact report that you will be presenting to your leadership at glance, no confusion. This is exactly what you would. Am I right or wrong? Just put it in the chat, please.
Yeah, definitely you're exactly
All
on
right.
point. Due to paucity of time, I think Richa, I will have to stop you here.
Sure.
But the kind of excitement that you have created and the kind of things that we are able to do without worrying about the data leakages and all that particular stuff, I think this was very, very insightful session. I will request the audience if they can also share their feedback. Richa will also know how well you have gathered and how useful you have found this particular session. Meanwhile, Richa, thank you very much for this insightful
Thank
session.
you.
I think all of us learned a lot, and a lot of things can happen with uh, just like, and you have structured the presentation, today's presentation, really, really well. I think audience was looking for prompts and maybe the installation guide with a small PDF, which I will get in touch with you separately, and if we can share with them.
Yes,
Right.
just before leaving, the dashboard that I created, it's an HTML file. So if anybody wants to get in touch, please get in touch with Varundeep or ping me on LinkedIn. I can share this guide with you, the entire dashboard which you were looking at it today. Thank you so much, Varundeep, and thanks
Right.
everyone.
Right. Thank you very much. And I will share this HTML. Anybody can reach out to me, and I will share the details about Richa in my post tomorrow. Right. Thank you, Richa.
All right.
Right.
Thank you. Bye
Right.
bye. Good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.